Kamigila Pradesh Congress Committee hapok jinglam President Nuba Vincent H. Pala rengkat ke MLA jongka parti mentagasngi ke arknai tregunai wing kilalet banbu dagajing ujor hakmat ulam pangi yang dor bartawan persya yaki kadar ngut ki MLA bad dawaru bagi day ban maj kerteng bad ban pendu long MLA yaki pro kadar ngut ki bela penyesno syaka All India Trinamool Congress habai kran cekelar pathai kubor nongilam ko bitmai haka Congress Legislative Party Dr. M. Amprin Lingdo kalaong bagani ke jung ujor hau lampang kalong ba omdai ban aila dia kanu ka seng sain perthai bandon kum kani ka rukom pet seng ka ba penja burom ya ka sain hima sima haka jela kalaong bakat kum ka ten schedule kala don bon ki kendon ba ban bot khamtam ba hadu menta ka AITC kamdon ru ya kinong get kam ni ka office tray kam kala yathuru ba ka Congress kala pha dak jingtho persya ya baro ki MLA ke bla penyesno sake AITC namar shua ban ya ka party ru klam don setia ga jing pentep shaki nongelam hendai kila shumi kat bamon bat gadai kamram ga jongki ban penchai menta haka baidai bat ka jingkam ki khalar ngut ki MLA pakinum shakta shu haka an kintiap seng namar ki don hado ar naka lai benta ka jing bon breu ne ka tuthot ka kong amprin kala ong ba hado menta kam shai bat yakini ki aka ka kanhun jong ki start an kin le ya ka don kam bat ki don chibun ki kendon ki bala banyakun ban maj kerteng ya ki khalar ngut ki MLA nakaliang umuk tiaru ba VGK kenta ulong ba ka jinga kun hakaan ka Congress ka don chakaliang jong ka jingjop hende ulakan tait banyathu AA ya ki senjam ba kan chim kum kinong side ya kaan hende ulakan tait banyathu AA ya ki senjam ba kan chim kum kinong side an ba ulong ru bagi don ru ki wei ki kendon hakaan ki bala ban pundu long MLA ya khatar ngut nalor ka kendon ba an nakalai banta jong ka jinga don bon pa.
And so we begin this press conference by simply saying that no political party should allow this kind of an exodus that in its own self discredits the political structure of our state. The first point that we are challenging in this so-called merger of 12 Congress MLAs with the Trinamool Congress is that we are disallowing our party, they are disallowing our party, which is the Indian National Congress, which gave them the ticket to fight their respective elections. You cannot just disregard your original parent party. How can this be allowed? That's the first question that we are asking the Honorable Speaker to consider. The second question that we have placed before the Honorable Speaker through our petitions is that verification of this so-called alliance, a so-called merger, can also be permitted, because there are many aspects of the 10th schedule which need to be taken into consideration before this merger is actually permitted. For example, we fail to see the presence of the Trinamool Congress, whether they call themselves the All India Trinamool Congress or simply the Trinamool Congress, in operation in the state of Meghalaya. We don't know who their president is, we don't know who their members are, we don't know where their office is, we don't know whether they have an address. If any communication is to be given to this group, where do we give? So as a party and under the guidance of very abled legal team, we have filed these petitions individually to each individual MLA. We don't know where they are, where is their office. If I have to send a letter tomorrow, I don't even know the address, don't even know who the president is. So these petitions are filed individually to every defecting MLA. The other thing is, we feel that where was there an opportunity, or where was there this opportunity? It could be both ways. Between us and these MLAs, did they resign from our party? Have they given us their resignation letters? Have they placed on record any point of contention? Was there any anger? Was there any feeling of having not heard? Is there any written agenda that they hold that makes them want to take this extreme step of walking behind our backs and betraying us? This is something that we are taking note of. We hope that we will be given the opportunity through our legal team to question the loyalty of these individuals. When you question loyalty, you automatically calculate and know that if they are not loyal today, they will never be loyal ever. Can the state and the citizens of Meghalaya afford leaders of this caliber? The other thing is that we now seem to have a grey area of understanding as to whether these people have left the Congress and gone to TMC. Have they filled forms with the TMC? When did they fill these forms? Do they attract anti-party activity by the Indian National Congress? What is this relationship that is going on? Or has it just been simply a going and coming of their own convenience? They need to be asked these questions, and they are answerable to us legally as well. Now, I reiterate, where is this political party in the state of Meghalaya? Maybe we, the citizens of Meghalaya, don't know yet. But the merger seems to appear as if there have been efforts being put in by this party for these people to call it a merger. Who are they merging with? In the Legislative Assembly, there seems to be no merger. Please go back to the history of Meghalaya. The late Purno Sangmaji, when he defected from the Congress, he went nationally, where he had leaders of the National Party also merging and creating this new group called the NCP. In this situation, what is the background of this merger? We need to question. Are there any grey areas, and are these grey areas quantifying to a disqualification? We have also said that in our petition, we have also said that Para 2 needs to be read in total, and its interpretation of this so-called merger of the 12 MLAs of the Congress should be questioned. We hope that this will be heard by the office of the Honorable Speaker of the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly. We are also now looking at Para 6 of the 10th schedule of the Constitution of India, whether or not these members have done all that is necessary before they decide to just simply jump ship, because they've been talking about this jump ship analogy for a very long time. So this again we need to figure out, which is the original political party, which is the political party that they belong to, where are they going, how are they going. So these again are very grey areas which we feel will give us enough matter to justify this petition. Now we are also going to be looking at the concern of not less than two-thirds of the members of the legislature party concerned. So we need to ask them, where are the agreements? Have they ever met? Has the CLP discussed this matter? On what grounds have these individuals decided to freelance and just simply abandon and betray the Congress party? The other, this whole question of 2/3 shall also be subsequently again investigated upon by us, because we feel that associates, we don't know whether associates can be, whether they are legal, whether there were resignation letters. We don't know what documents have been submitted to the office of the Honorable Speaker. We would therefore we have therefore through this petition requested to the Speaker to share this information with us, because as far as the Congress party is concerned or the public is concerned, everything has been tight-lipped, hurried, and we don't know exactly what is the kind of documents they have submitted. Nobody is sharing documents with the media. We don't know what they're saying. What were the grounds for this so-called merger? So we feel that a merger needs to be evaluated before it is accepted, because we still see no parent body for them to merge with, and as far as their original party is concerned, we don't know who they spoke to, where were these letters of dissent, was there any formal dissent. So we are saying that this whole question of less than 2/3 should be again looked at under stipulation under para 4 of the 10th schedule of the Constitution of India. We also feel that there are 3 main conditions of the 10th schedule. So we have 3 main conditions to study the legality of a merger. Should be, they have to answer and determine the question of fulfillment of so many considerations. Whether or not this has been done, we'll only get to know once we get copies of their submissions to the Speaker's office and a subsequent response individually. So we also feel that it is important to look at the Indian National Congress Party in the state of Meghalaya prior to the calling of the recently held by-elections. So, is it a number of 17? Is it a number of 19? Is again something which our legal team will now be arguing. Because we feel that if you look at all of these grey areas in this particular merger of the 12 MLAs of the Congress, we feel that there will be enough ground to fight for disqualification of these individuals. To review the 10th schedule and the adaptation of rules of the 10th schedule by the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly in the long run, so that the 10th schedule is not being played around by political ploys of this kind. There will never be peace, there will never be strength in governance if every individual groups of people will start tearing down even the 10th schedule. This will be an opportunity for the office of the Honorable Speaker to consider and to look at all of these grounds for disqualification. Some of you will say that, okay, 2/3, well, we are saying, why not? We will do it. We have to hold and demand account from these individuals who feel that they will just walk in, walk out as they wish and disrupt the politics of our beautiful state.
We have been engaged by the party to file this, prepare draft and file this application. Well, the application has been filed under the provisions of paragraph 6 of the 10th schedule of the Constitution of India, read with the provisions of Rule 6 and other provisions of the members of Meghalaya Legislative Assembly, disqualification on ground of defection rules 1988. And we have also put up a prayer, and I'll just read the prayer that the office of the Speaker will be pleased to take up such procedural measures as mandated under Rule 7 of the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly disqualification grounds of defection rules 1988, and to declare the respondents, that is the member in relation to whom this application has been filed, to have suffered subject to suffer disqualification under the 10th schedule. Like what the party president has indicated earlier, we would not like to disclose too much about our strategy as to how we are going to press further. But according to our legal think tank, we have a very good case, and this will be a very unique case, and we always think that this is a win-win situation. It's a win-win situation for a party, and professionally, I'm here not as a political person, and again I like to say that we will not like to disclose too much our trump cards, and at the right time, right place, we're going to do it, and I feel that from now onwards, we're going to work a little bit harder. And further, I'd like to reiterate that I think it will not be a good case where we should divulge the application. That Mr. President has indicated that the soft copy will be forwarded to you. But I think we have to think on that, whether we should give it to you or not. But because most of our points and strategy also is inside there. That's it.
Saying that it is a win-win situation. I remembered my golf position. During that time also, he told me that our constituency, this golf position is a win-win situation.
Dual post.
Golf position. Office of Prophet, I think you remember.
Dual post vis-a-vis.
Yes,
Officer.
a win-win situation, and by the end, we success in our fight.
You came up.
We come up, yes. So I think that this case also will be the same case. So at the end we will come up. So see, I have only one question. That as per the 10th schedule, when the original party merge with another party, it will not be in place until and unless 2/3 from the parliamentary party come out. My question is very simple. When our original party has merged with TMC, when the Indian National Congress Party has merged with the TMC, no. The question of 2/3 does not arise. The question of 2/3 does not arise as the original party has not merged with the TMC. I think you get my point. It is very clear. The 10th schedule clearly mentioned that when the original party merged with any party, it will come into place only when 2/3 merge, 2/3 of the parliamentary party merge. The question is, if the original party has not merged, there is no question of 2/3. So that's why I told you that as our advocates already briefed you, that we are very much confident that we will come up with this, that the Speaker may consider our request to disqualify them under the 10th schedule. We have only one original party, that is INC. When INC merged with the TMC, that is a question of two-thirds. The question of two-thirds does not arise until unless the original party, the parents party merge. That is my lesson.
You may thought that it seemed other two have been defected and joined TMC. It's not like that because they have only have a program.
Regional.
5 we are very,
Regional board
all the
of
5 we are
committee.
very much firm. We will remain with Congress. Then for our complaint, like we have only been request Honorable Speaker that the case is very clear that all 12 MLAs, that is a friend from our side, they will get disqualification
Members of the regional.
based on the 10th schedule of the Constitution of India. You see, the case here is very clear that the Honorable Speaker, we expect that they have to take a wise decision and disqualify all the 12. The main reason I wanted to put forward late in the Bapan said, even Honorable President, even Kawan Parian. So, because I think that from the state of 12, they have already meeting with the press and told you that this is the merger of the 12 to the TMC, All India Tribal Congress Party merger. You see, when you're talking about the merger, the merge of 12 with the state ITMC here in Meghalaya. But as of today, the TMC have not access here. But it seems that the merger have only been taking place at national level. So when you're talking about the national level, here the case is quite clear that it's not convincing to all of us. When you're talking about the merger, it seems that right from the president of All India Congress Committee, working president, all members of the All India Congress Committee, the whole country to have, it seems to only merged. So because here there is a weak point here. They have used the word merger. Merger is a weak point. Weak point in the sense that because they cannot claim merge. When they claim merge with the whole party, the Bapan has already said noun because the case of merger only from here. Merger only 12 MHU to the All India Tribal Congress, not with others. Second even disqualification. We only request Honorable Speaker to give us a chance before you take a decision. Like we all remember, even during the time of A. Salma, when he left from the Congress and joined with the NCP, session is there. Even other cases only happen like that. But we request for this case also. But this case also allowed us to present on the floor house and discuss and give our point. Because we understand that Speaker will take his own decision. But even I request him to allow us so that we can put him in a strong point regarding with this collection of the 12 MP from our party. There's one more important point. See, when talking about the merger, this one point is very important. Important here, all the 12 MLAs, because they represent from the 12 constituency. Because in our constituency we have the circle or the block. As according to information that we have we knew as of today. Say for example of Nong Thamai constituency. Nong Thamai constituency as of now they have not taken a decision that they will merge. Nong Thamai Congress Committee will not merge with TMC. They have not take decision. Even Omroy, even that this Mosen Dam and others, they have not taken. That is the main point of the 10th schedule. Once you merge, very important from the block, even the circle unit, you have to take the decision that will merge with the new party. There are many points here because according to the information that we received as of today, from the state of 12, they just submitted the petition without have any comment. That's the reason why we tell you that this case is very clear that all our friends, our 12, will be disqualified according to the 10th schedule of the Constitution of India.
Let me tell you one thing. They can say that X, Y or Z has had several meetings with X, Y or Z. The question here is, did Amreen go? So do not toy around. Who was witness to these meetings? You see, when we say we do not want to toy around anymore, Fishing, everybody fishes when the season of fishing is on. But how many fish do you catch on that hook is more important.
Yeah, because as politicians, many people will meet you. It doesn't mean if I go and meet any person, that means maybe if he try to convince us, we try to convince them, that means we will go.
Correct.
So as a person, we have the right to meet everybody, and if somebody give us a presentation, their views, their ideas, I think there's no harm of listening to anybody. But whether you take a decision or not, that's more important. Actually, I talk almost to all of them. And most of them, when I told them, very simple, what is the reason you left the party? They only said that it seems that you will not get a government. And everybody has signed, that's why we left. There's no reasons. I even asked, do you have anything against me personally? We can discuss it. I'm there. They said, no, we have nothing against you.